Alright everyone, I got a nice present the other day from Heritage Heirloom Seed Company, and it comes highly recommended. Ta-da! I expected them to send me a couple of packets of seeds or something, because they had said, we'd like to send you some seeds, you give us a shout out. I expected, I'm going to get a few packets like in an envelope. Instead, they sent me an entire survival bucket. This, by the way, takes care of virtually all of the seeds that I need for the year. Like the ones that I have already, which I didn't need to buy any of them since I got this. It's now literally everything's redundant. Between that and this, really the only thing that I'm going to need to get is seed potatoes. That's it. This has got everything in it, by the way. I like the mix. I'm going to go through some of these with you. It's like Christmas came late, and early, and, on my birthday and shit like that. Broccoli, which I wanted to get because I want to make stir fry and stuff. We've got winter squash, Turk's turban. I'm going to be planting that in with the corn and beans and doing the Three Sisters thing. Also, people keep sending me interesting ideas for like experimental garden designs and stuff like that, and I do appreciate that. We've got some peas. These basically, you sprout them inside, you put them anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Everything likes peas, including bumblebees. Radish, summer French breakfast. Now, there's 2 packs of radishes in here, and what I'm thinking is one of them, I might sprout them, actually, and use them as a salad garnish. Because, I mean, I'm not going to be able to plant. Actually, the other day, based on all the new seeds and the number of them, I'm thinking I'm going to need to up the game further, actually. I'm no longer just going to expand the garden a bit in each direction. I'm going to have to figure out how to expand it further and fit in 2 or 3 more beds. So, yeah, the subscriber bed's going to be lit. Eggplant, long purple. I may or may not plant eggplant. I did grow them and they came out all right, but it wasn't as much of a return as growing like peppers, and I don't really cook with eggplant that much. Kale, red Russian. It's a Russian company, oh my god. I'll be planting that. Lettuce, loose leaf, black seeded Simpson. One of my favorites, by the way, along with romaine. Herb, echinacea. I've never successfully gotten them to grow properly here. I think it's a little too cold, or I'm doing something wrong, but I'll try. Herb, Italian sage. There's basil. Love basil. I'm going to be planting all of that shit. Pumpkin, small sugar. I believe this is the kind of pumpkins you use for pie, actually. And so I guarantee I'll be growing that. Oh, there's plenty more in here. Fucking take a look. I don't know how many varieties are in here, but it's a lot. We have black chickpeas. I have never grown chickpeas before. Apparently you can just sow them directly outside, after soaking them, obviously. And, you can start them indoors. Let's put them outside. Mainly I want them for the nitrogen more than for getting a bumper crop of chickpeas, although that would be good for some spicy Indian food. We've got zucchini, black beauty. That's one I'm not going to grow. I'm terrible with zucchinis. Some people, they plant them, they produce like 20,000 zucchinis and then they get overrun. My mom's planted them, she does well with them. For some reason, mine always rot. I don't know what the fuck I do wrong. I'm so great at planting so many plants, but zucchini just fucking hates me, along with echinacea. Turnip, top white globe. Again, I already had turnip seeds, but I'm going to use these instead because they're fully organic, heirloom, non-GMO. Cucumbers, yeah, Japanese climbing. I'm going to be planting a lot of cucumbers. I want a shit ton of pickles. Onion, yellow, sweet Spanish onions. Yes, 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 yes. Melon, cantaloupe, delicious. I'm definitely planting cantaloupe. We successfully grew cantaloupe one year, and they were the sweetest goddamn fucking cantaloupes. You don't know. When they're sun-warmed, fresh from your garden, totally organic, heirloom, everything else under the sun, perfect soil, and especially in terra preta, you'll get a shit ton of cantaloupes. Far too many for you and your friends to eat. I'm thinking with all the stuff I'm growing, I might have to make like gift baskets and cart them around on the cart and go to the neighbors' houses. Hey, you want some free vegetables? You can have them. Tomato, mortgage lifter. Probably a Depression-era name for that particular variety. Yeah, I mean, I'm only halfway through these. You wouldn't believe it. Tomato, Chadwick cherry. Tomato, Roma, that's good for sauces and soups, of course. Cabbage, Copenhagen Market, yes, those will be planted. Okra, Simpson, again, another redundant, I already had them, but I'm, again, going to use the Heritage Seeds one instead. Basil, Italian Large Leaf. Tomato, Arkansas Traveler. I'm wondering, is this determinate or indeterminate? It doesn't say. That's the only thing I was asked about any suggestions as to make. The only suggestion I would make for the tomatoes, determinate versus indeterminate. Because some tomatoes, they'll just keep growing and growing and growing. They'll grow out into neighboring beds. And others, they grow to a certain point. They put out their fruit continuously, and you harvest it vine by vine. But it only grows to a certain degree. I prefer the latter because I've grown cherry tomatoes before that were indeterminate. And they start like fucking around with everything around them. And the plant will be like 7 feet around, and it's just fucking crazy. You get a lot of tomatoes. They're really good. It's just, how many goddamn tomatoes can one person eat? Herb, garlic chives. I do like chives. Herb, cilantro. Somebody suggested putting that in the subscriber garden. Herb, German chamomile. I've only got a few living chamomile plants. I'm going to try to sprout some of these. I believe that the German chamomile is the annual, and that the Roman that I usually plant is I think it's technically a biennial. It doesn't seem to be fully perennial, but herb, dill bouquet. I like dill. Free dill for making the pickles, you know? Fresh from the garden. And then the only thing I'll need to buy is the fucking vinegar. Herb, thyme. I like thyme. Carrot, red core chantenay. Again, another seed that I had foolishly bought to begin with. I should have known that somebody was going to send me some garden goodies. Radish, winter black Spanish round. Watermelon, moon and stars. I'll plant a watermelon, but I will not eat it. I cannot eat watermelon without feeling sick. One time I had food poisoning, and it gone to someone's house when I was like 4 or something, and I ate a bunch of watermelon, and I got sick. Now, it probably wasn't the watermelon that food poisoned me, but ever since then, the scent and the taste of watermelon, my mind associates with getting sick. So I cannot enjoy watermelon. Herb, sage, green culinary. Herb, cumin. That'll come in handy too. Oh yeah. Herb, basil, Genovese. Herb, basil, Siam queen. I'm going to grow every kind of basil, and then I'm going to buy some extra basil plants at Home Depot too, because I can't get enough of it. Corn, golden bantam. Yes, golden bantam, the standard for heirloom corn. I'm glad about that. Beet, Detroit dark red. I'm going to plant all the beets, trust me. One of those big long rows, it's going to have 2 rows of just beets with a few basil plants on either end. And then in the middle, I'm going to put the pepper plants. Companion planting. Pepper, California Wonder, sweet. Bean, turkey craw. Yeah, there's a bunch of beans too. There's turkey craw. There's Good Mother Stallard. Cherokee Trail of Tears. Wow. And then I think, oh yeah, those are the Deskin packs. And then there's, what was this one? Tender green, that's a bush bean. I'm going to plant all the bush beans. I'm probably going to have, for the pole beans, I'm going to have its own bed. And then I'll put some nasturtiums or something in there, you know, for companion planting purposes. So there you have it. All of the seeds that one could possibly need. You could plant an area several times the size of the garden, even after I expand it, just with the seeds in this bucket. So again, there is a link in the description to the company, and strongly endorsed. This was very, very nice. I expected a couple packets of various seeds, and instead I got, I think there's 50 varieties here or something like that. So if you're into home gardening, look no further. You're only going to need to buy it once, and then you can promulgate your own heirloom lines anyway. So it's a good investment. That's about all. Peace out.